don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down.
Hey loves, it's Belinda, Selene, and welcome back to my channel. So I have a lot of cleaning today, especially this kitchen. Don't pay attention over here yet. Ever since the pandemic started, Ricardo has worked from home, so we're both constantly home all the time, and it just gets messy a lot easier, not faster. Especially this mess over here. And I'm currently 32 weeks pregnant. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, we can't wait for his arrival. But it is difficult for me to keep bending over, so I'll take breaks here and there. I have my ice cold water ready. So good. This Sandy cup is like the best Christmas gift I got. I am ready. Let's get started. In the kitchen, the majority of it is just this. Oh my goodness, how did this happen? I don't know how we use so many, and it's just both of us. Ricardo's downstairs. That's why that door is open. And then let me show you guys this really quick. Ricardo's mom is so sweet. She said that something that she wished she always had with her boys when she was pregnant was a bassinet that was like an heirloom bassinet that you would keep for generations to come, something that was timeless. And this is so precious and beautiful, so she got this for us. It is so nice, and I can't wait for a cute little baby. And we're gonna keep this one down here because we do have another bassinet that's upstairs, but this one will be right here. It has wheels, so we can bring it with us from like room to room, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's so precious and beautiful, and I just love how it fits in with like our entire home and the rest of the decor. Like, it's such a beautiful piece. I also, let me show you guys, we have so much stuff that I need to put away, and I don't know where to put the stroller for right now. I don't want to leave it in the garage because I'm afraid like spiders or bugs will get in it. Like, what do you guys do with your strollers? Do you like keep it out? Like, I'm sure a lot of people keep it in their car, but we don't need it for right now for like another 2 months. So I'm not sure what to do with it. And then also we just have some packages that came in. I want to tidy up my office. It's not that bad, but just like some things that I need to take care of. So just like picking things up, making it look better. And also I wanted to show you guys this. Look how beautiful this is. One of my subscribers sent it to me. Thank you so much for sending it over. It's absolutely stunning, and it is a Cinderella carriage in collaboration with Sensei and Disney. So beautiful, and look at that. It is a wax warmer, and I haven't put these on because I'm waiting. I don't want to like waste it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so pretty, and I'm probably gonna have it upstairs. I'm not sure if I should keep it down here or upstairs because I feel like it'll fit in our room better, but I want to display it out here. All right, so let's get started in the kitchen where we have the majority of the mess. I feel like we try to keep up with dishes as much as possible, but you skip one meal of doing dishes and then it just starts to gather up. I think right now it's because we haven't unloaded the dishwasher, which is something that I typically do, or Ricardo usually does in the mornings, but he's been super busy with work. And then I've honestly just kind of forgotten about it. So I think that's what the biggest problem is, because we can't load them back into the dishwasher. Quick question. How many times a day do you guys unload your dishwasher? Do you do one big load at the end of the night, or do you do it like after every meal, or like just how often? Because I feel like I can never run it unless it's completely full. I just feel like I'm wasting too much water, so I'll wait until it's completely full, and sometimes it'll be like a day and a half before I can load it. So just curious. And also, what is your favorite dishwasher soap? Because I've used several different brands and I feel like none of them really get the job done. Like, really like make them look as clean as I want them to. Sometimes you could see like the water left or the water stains on there, and that drives me nuts. But I switched to Cascade, I believe, and those have been doing a pretty decent job. But I just want to know what you guys like. Also, do you guys like pods or do you like the liquid soap? Which one is better? Just curious. I'm trying to get on my cleaning game and find out what are the best recommendations.
2 a.m. in the morning, I'm in my story smoking, catching my breath. I can feel my skin burning. You light the fire in me, got no regrets. Can't forget, you got me wrapped around it. You feel me, your body wrapped around me. Goodness.
After I load in the dishwasher, I always wash all of my pans by hand just because I feel like those really have a lot of food stuck on them, or I don't want the grease to be washed with all the rest of the dishes that are in there. Does anybody else do that? I know I've seen some people put their pots and pans inside of their dishwasher, and I'm just wondering if they've ever had any problem, or like with the rusting of the pots and pans, or does it take off like some of the coating? Like, I'm just curious and I want to know, because washing pans is something that Ricardo does not like doing. And so he usually secretly leaves it for me, but I know that he does leave it for me intentionally. And then I'll just do it because I feel like I can get it really, really clean how I want it to be, even though he does a good job at cleaning dishes. But I like that he doesn't wait for me to ask him. He just like does it. And that has been so helpful, especially since we're both at home all day.
Sleep, I'm in too deep, like an overdose. You're the antidote. Losing sleep, I'm in too deep. No matter where I hide, you got me sleep deprived.
Something that I do enjoy when I clean is actually wiping down the countertops. It just makes the whole area feel nice and clean, and like it's therapeutic for me. Like, I actually really do enjoy it, especially because of the cleaners that I use. Like this one from Mrs. Meyer's, it's in the mint scent, or actually no, it's in the basil scent, and that's my favorite scent, and it smells so good. The mint and basil are both my favorites. Can you help me take out? Can you help me take out the trash?
Yeah.
I've already been bending a lot. I don't know what to do it.
Focus here, son.
How huge is the kitchen is? Oh, I'm finally turning on this decor. It's been up since Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Can you believe it?
Quarantine stuff.
Quarantine special. I still have the same decor up since February for my coffee bar in the mornings when I come down here and make my tea. Like, it's so Valentine's Day things. So I really want to change it up, and I've been getting a few things here and there, and I'm so excited. Like, I just wanted it to look very like effortless and just match with the rest of the kitchen decor. And I love neutrals. That is just like my go-to. So I got a bunch of like different things that were similar in color, and then I also got some utensils that I needed to replace badly. A lot of the utensils that I still had were from the dollar store, and I'm surprised that they lasted me as long as they have, but they're falling apart, and I'm like, you know what, it's time for me to upgrade some of these things that are a little bit more durable. So I also got like these really pretty linens. I got this table runner, and then this right here is going to be like an area rug, and it's so pretty. I love it. I love all the natural wood. It's so nice. So I am going to clear that out and start decorating. And then I gotta wipe these down. Like this one is going to hold my tea bags or the coffee pots, and I gotta clean this and the mug and some few extra little things. before I get started and start placing things in different places, I noticed that the usual spot of where I keep my countertop decorations, which is right down here, was fully packed. And so instead of just squishing things in and trying to make room for more things and just overstuffing it, I thought that it would be great if I got rid of decor that I no longer liked, wasn't my style, or just like candles that were overly used and I had been meaning to throw out but didn't know if I should or not. So I am making space for all of the decor, so that way I don't hoard things, because that has been my number one goal in this house, is I don't want to hoard anything. So at the end of each season, if I didn't use it, then I will get rid of it. For example, like all these things that are in here are probably like from Christmas time or Halloween from this past year. Nothing that was like from previous years, just like from the past season. And if I didn't use it for that season, then it's easier for me to get rid of it because I didn't get a use out of it. And I know that it's just not my style anymore, because it could be really hard to get rid of things, especially if they're in good condition. If they're in good condition, I feel better about donating things, so I don't feel as guilty, because even though I did spend the money on them, I'm like, you know what? I got the use that I needed for them. They made me happy while I had it, but I didn't use it this past season, and there's no reason for me to keep it and just, like take up space in my house. So instead, I will donate it. If it's of a lot of value, then I can sell it, or if it's damaged or anything like that, you could just get rid of it. So just depending. And then I also need a clean space to get started so that I could see how things come along together, and so I just took everything off at once. I love the process of decorating a new space or a new area. I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just like really calming. Like, I love having a blank canvas and playing around with things and moving them around. For example, the 2-tier wooden tray that you see there, I actually have that in the corner to block the electrical cords from being viewed, because I just didn't want you to see them when you're in the kitchen. So I was trying to hide them again, but I wasn't sure how to do it. So just like playing around with it, moving things around. Something that I learned from watching HGTV many years ago is that you don't want a decorated space to look like clutter, and the way to avoid that is to have different heights of things that you're going to decorate with. So for example, the 2-tier tray is like the highest, then the different height also is a Keurig machine, and then a different height is also like that little wooden saying that says "Let's stay home," the little sign. And I have received some messages saying that some of their home decor looks like clutter, and it doesn't look like good home decor, like it doesn't stand out. And another tip that I got from a home designer, I believe they were like an interior designer, is that you never want to have too many things together that are similar in size or that are smaller than a fist. Like with your hand, if you make a fist, if it's smaller than that, those little knickknacks can look like clutter if you have too many of them, especially next to each other. So it's good to have like different heights of things, like similar in color, so it doesn't look cluttered and it doesn't look like too much at once. So you want it to be like similar colors, and then also you want them to have different heights and like different textures. And that way everything stands out on its own and it just looks good together. So I felt like it needed a little bit of greenery around here. Like it didn't feel balanced out, since I do have that little shrub on the top tier tray, and I'm like, I need to balance it out a little bit more. So I did grab these eucalyptus, I think they're called, leaves, and it all just like looks put together, and that little bit helped out a lot. And then I also had this little plant. It's actually a real one. It's an aloe vera plant that I got in a really sweet package from a friend, and so I added that in there, and it all matches so good, so pretty. I love how it looks. I used my own mugs that I already had, and then in that little tin can, I put some more of my tea that doesn't have as cute packaging. Even though it's not that flavor, I just wanted to reuse it because I just love those tin cans. And then inside of here, I just put in my coffee pods, or I think they're called K-pods, for the coffee. So it's all functional, it's all efficient, and it's really, really pretty. I also finally upgraded some of my most used items. So I wanted to replace some of the things that were really like tearing down or not really helping me out in the kitchen. And when I saw these, I loved it. And I didn't feel guilty about them because I have used a lot of like kitchen tools from like the dollar store, because whenever I go to the dollar store, I'm like, oh yeah, I need this, so I'm just gonna get it because it's just $1. And they've actually lasted me for several years, which I'm very proud of. I think like 4 or 5 years. But it was time to replace them because I was struggling with some of those. Some of those were not looking that cute. So I was so excited about those. Like kitchen stuff just makes me so excited now as an adult, which is so funny. Now I see why my mom would be so excited when she would get like new pots and stuff. Alright, so now moving on to the dining room, I wanted to show you guys this really pretty table runner, and I love the little fringe at the bottom. I think it gives it like that boho vibe that kind of matches the other decor that I have, and it's just like very summery and super pretty, but it still goes with, you know, the theme that I have in my kitchen because of the color. So I feel like that's why it's so easy to play with neutrals, and that's why I love them, because you could, even though they're like different styles when it comes to themes that you have, they all still match really well together. And I went with this little plant. I just want to add some more green in the house. I haven't had a chance to go to any like home decor stores, so I figured I could just reuse that. It was a plant that I got from IKEA, and I've had it for a while now. Alright, so another thing that I also wanted to put down was the new rug that I shared with you guys earlier, but I had to make sure to get rid of the old one and just put it in the garage for right now. I'm going to go ahead and clean it, and then I could just switch them out when needed because the other one was still in really good condition, but I just wanted to switch it up a bit and also make sure that I clean the floors before I put down my decor. By the way, I wanted to get your opinion on something really quick. What do you guys like? Do you guys like the type of clean with me videos where people are talking through them, explaining what they're doing and like the products that they're using, or like how they're decorating and why they're decorating certain areas? Or do you guys like videos that are clean with me's or there's music in the background the majority of the time? To be honest, when there's too much music, I switch off to a different video because I could just listen to my own music, because sometimes I'll clean along with the videos. But or do you like a little bit of both? A little bit of like talking and then breaks with music, which is kind of what I tend to do, but I do the majority of them talking. So just let me know what your preference is, what you like, and I'll continue to do what you guys like. Alright, so now moving on to the family room, and there wasn't much that needed to be done here because we keep it pretty clean. I like that it's just like very simple and there isn't like much clutter here at all. So I just need to fluff things up, and eventually I need to replace those throw pillows that are on the couch because they get a lot of use. So it's pretty much clean. We often like vacuum in here because there's a lot of traffic that goes in here, and we did this last night. And we don't have to worry about the upstairs because we cleaned that a couple days ago. So today we're just working on the first floor, and it's nice. I like to break it up like that because otherwise it could be way too much sometimes, so we're like deep cleaning. And now I'm gonna move on over to the formal living room. This is like an area that we recently did because it used to be an empty room. We didn't really know what to add on here. The walls were dark. I did a whole transformation video sharing with you guys like what we did step by step and like the process of it if you're planning to like redo a space in your house. And we kept it totally like budget friendly. We just reused a lot of like decor that we already had in our house from like different rooms, and we brought it downstairs, and so we didn't have to do too much investing in this room, and it's totally doable. So it was really nice. I will have that video linked down below if you guys want to see how it all came together, because the walls used to be yellow and brown and ugly and it just completely transformed the space when we added like wainscoting to the wall and just, you know, did little things here and there. Ricardo's so cute. He's like, I'm gonna go mow the lawn. I was like, okay, you do that, baby. You go mow that lawn while I finish cleaning the rest of the house. He's super helpful. I am very lucky that that he's helping me out so much. Before, when he used to work at his office, he used to drive to the city and I wouldn't see him for half the day, so I would never really expect him to like clean as much as he does now that he's home. So I would take care of the majority of the things, but now that we have been quarantined and he's working from home, and also that I'm pregnant, like he totally takes over and does a lot of the work. But I'm like, today I'm doing a clean with me video, so you gotta let me do the entire floor, because usually like I'll do like one bathroom and he'll do like, you know, the other bathrooms or just things like that. We break it up, but he's been super helpful and I really, really appreciate that, and I hope he knows that. He came back up for a break and then we went back outside to mow the lawn. I'm moving now into the office, and over here I'm just tidying up some things that I have all over my desk. It's a catch-all, so I have to make sure that I keep it tidy, but it always ends up like this, like at the end of the day. So something that I like to do is when I'm going through mail and there's something that needs my urgent attention of things that I need to go over, then I will put it directly on top of my keyboard, so I know that next time I'm sitting down, it's the first thing I see. Like if it's a bill that I need to pay or something that I need to respond to, so that's why I have that pile there. How cute is this tumbler? When I saw this on Instagram, I instantly just had to get my hands on it, and I purchased 2 of them. You guys have seen the Louis Vuitton pink tumbler on my Instagram, and this is the other one. They're so cute. She hand makes these tumblers by hand, so you do have to pre-order, or like they're always sold out in her shop. But I had to wait patiently for like, I want to say like 3 weeks before I got mine, but I'm so happy. They were so worth it.
Ooh. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me I wanna be right there by your side. I wanna be there, won't you be mine? Take down your walls and let me. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me in my bed 5 to 12, wish I could sleep. Dream about all the ways you could reach me, but now you keep missing out on me, that's for sure. Take down your walls and let me yeah, brick by brick, now let me I wanna be right there by your side. I wanna be there, won't you be mine? Take down your walls and let me. Yeah, brick by brick, now let me Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Wide awake is the way I wanna be by your side. I wanna be by your side.
I love to keep this little faux rug in my office because my dogs love laying on it. Like Ginger will just lounge here all day with me while I'm working on my computer. Coco goes in and out. He's a little Yorkie, but he won't stay here all the time, but Ginger does. So I make sure to always have it for them and like clean it out so they could lay on here. The last room on the first floor, which is this bathroom. It is so dull. I was telling Ricardo, I'm like, I know we've been holding off on putting any kind of decor in this bathroom because we want to eventually like have like a new sink and mirror and light fixture, but right now we're like focusing on other things in the house. But this is the most used bathroom because we're always down here on the first floor, and then also if people come over, which hasn't happened in I don't know how many months now, I can't keep track, it's been like 3-4 months, then this is the bathroom that gets used the most. So I'm like, you know what, eventually we have to do something with this bathroom. It's so dull in here, like we need to add some kind of color on the walls or somewhere. It's like so boring. I don't even want to go in there. I don't know what to do with it. I really want it to be like one of the best bathrooms and like stand out, but it's hard because as you can tell, this is such a tiny little space. I'm freshening up my bathroom by putting in a new hand towel for your hands, obviously, and then also this scented plug-in. If you guys haven't tried these out, you totally should. They're from Glade, and on the top there's a knob that you can adjust to release how much scent you want out. I work with them on several different campaigns, and so they would always send me like the newest scent, and the lavender one is totally my favorite. It smells so good. You guys totally have to try it out. I'm crossing my fingers that they want to work with me again in the near future, because it was honestly a dream campaign for me. Like, who doesn't love candles? And also just making your house smell really great. And the last thing for me to do is just clean the floors, and it's so hard to get in this space, that's why I couldn't bring you guys inside. But while I have the door closed, obviously I'm cleaning the floor, and eventually get to redecorating this room. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. I would love to have you as part of the family, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Muchos besos. Mwah.
Now all the nights seem so overrated. What was it worth? I can't take back, I can't stop feeling